Once upon a time, in a quiet town surrounded by green hills, lived a young man named Arjun. He was 23 years old, full of potential, but often ruled by one powerful habit: laziness. Arjun wasn't a bad person. In fact, he was kind, funny, and smart. But every morning, the same thing happened. His alarm would ring, and he would turn it off. 5 more minutes, he whispered. Those 5 minutes became 1 hour. His plans were always delayed. His goals were always starting tomorrow. He had dreams, big ones. He wanted to open a business, help his parents retire early, and travel the world. But dreams without effort are like seeds without water. His father, a retired school teacher, noticed. One day he said, "Arjun, you don't lack talent. You lack urgency. The world doesn't wait." Arjun smiled but didn't change. One day, news spread through town. A famous tech company was holding a national innovation contest. The winner would receive a cash prize, mentorship, and a chance to work at the company headquarters. Arjun's best friend, Meera, was excited. "Let's do it," she said. "It could change our lives." Arjun hesitated. "I'm not ready. I'll start next week," Meera frowned. "You've been saying that for months. At some point, you stop preparing and start trying." That night, Arjun sat alone, staring at his ceiling. He realized something. His laziness wasn't comfort anymore. It was pain. The pain of watching others grow while he stood still. The pain of disappointing himself every day. He got up, grabbed a notebook, and wrote 3 words. "Prove yourself. Now." It wasn't easy. He fought with his own mind every day. When his alarm rang at 5 a.m., he wanted to sleep, but he remembered his dream. When he wanted to scroll on his phone, he put it away and worked instead. When he got stuck, he didn't quit. He asked, learned, and tried again. He didn't become perfect. He became consistent. Weeks passed. Arjun and Meera submitted their idea, a mobile app that helped rural farmers sell directly to buyers, skipping middlemen. It was simple but powerful. Out of 5,000 entries, only 10 teams were selected for the finals. Arjun and Meera made it. On the final day, he stood in front of judges. His hands shook, but his voice was strong. He spoke not just as a contestant, but as a man who had finally taken control of his life. The judges were impressed. The effort, the creativity, the purpose, it all showed. When they announced the winners, Arjun's name was called first. The crowd clapped. Meera smiled. Arjun looked up at the ceiling lights and whispered, "Thank you for not giving up on yourself." That night, he sat at the same desk where he once wasted hours doing nothing. But this time, he had something new. Not just a trophy, not just success. He had discipline. He had proof that the old lazy version of him was gone, buried beneath hard work, sacrifice, and belief. So what does Arjun's story teach us? Laziness is not a life sentence. It's a challenge, a wall you can break if you find your reason. Arjun didn't change because he wanted to look good. He changed because he was tired of staying the same. Your turning point can be today. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be hungry. You need to be tired of excuses. You need to prove to yourself that you are better than your laziness. So get up, start small, start slow, but start now, because one day, the version of you that kept going will look back at the version that almost quit and say, "I'm glad you stood up."